What's up, motherfuckers? The 8th day of the challenge was ready. I only played 4 games and I won the 4 games, so I'm going to show out my best game yesterday. It was incredible. I sacrificed all the pieces in the board. So if you want to know how to play so or if the Caro-Kann, let's see this video. Okay, I open with e4, c6, d4, d5, e5. Here I made another video showing us how to play against bishop f5 with a game between Wesley So and Samuel Sangland. Okay, he plays c5, mm, we play c5, e6, and here I choose bishop d3. Like the other day, I make like another video showing how to play with bishop d3. The other day, I analyzed the move bishop takes c5, where twice my opponents play this against me, but in this game, my opponent chose 97, so okay, now you are going to apply your knowledge about this variation with weight. And here, against 97, the best move was knight f3, and the idea if black takes with the knight was simply give the bishop with h4. Doesn't matter, okay, if black takes the d3 bishop, you are just going to take, improve your opponent's structure, and the plan is just attack in the king side. For example, white plan now is rook h3, rook g3, putting pressure on g7, go with the king to g1, and then develop with knight c3, bishop e3. That's and then with the knight on d3, then should go to e2. That's the white plan of the position. But okay, black takes on c5 with the bishop. And here I did just go short castle, 97. And here I select the a3 before plan, who is not bad, but knight d2 was stronger, followed by knight b3. Here I have the advantage because it's not easy for black to develop the pieces. And the most important thing is that the black king have not a safety place to go. Because in the king side, all the time are sacrificed with bishop takes h7. And in the Ghost Long Castle looks so difficult because it's not easy to develop this bishop. And if you go Long Castle, maybe white can break on c4. So okay, but a3 was not bad, but 92 was the correct way to play. Bishop a3, queen c7, b4, bishop b6, and here I play rook e1, who is normally just defending the a5 pawn, but bishop b2 was stronger. The idea is just play c4 fast, break early on c4, for example, if short castle. Here, I haven't this sacrifice, bishop takes, knight g5, king h8, and queen h5. This typical sacrifice here doesn't work because of queen c2. For that reason here, c4 was the winning move, because after d takes, bishop takes, king takes, knight g5 and queen h5, and now the c5 is blocked by the c4 pawn. So for that reason, here white is just winning. This is checkmate by force. So the c4 here great move to win the game. So yes, bishop b2 was interesting, and if black just defend the a7 pawn, you can just normal develop rook e1, knight d2 followed by c4, and white is just winning here. Because okay, black have many problems to develop the pieces. And now you're going to enter, for example, after the takes, knight takes, you are going to enter with knight on d6, and you're going to take the control of the c5 with the rook. So white position is just winning here. Okay, rook e1, I'm still having the advantage, sarcasm, and here I made a huge mistake, sacrificing on h7 because I missed that the queen is taking on cb2. Here the best move was, of course, c4, like the previous position. He takes bishop a7, knight g5, um, king here, and just checkmate. And if he goes to g6, the typical move, queen g4, and just white is winning. So, alright, but I completely missed that, and I play the bishop a7 instead. King takes knight g5, and here my opponent should have played king j8 and queen c2, but he missed this idea, and he goes to g6. Queen g4 will move, queen c4. And here I have two winning moves. The first is the most simple, queen h3, because that's the typical. This idea is also typical in this position. Go with the queen to h3. And in this position, I was thinking about just play queen f3 and goes to h3. I was thinking about this idea. So if I can make here queen h3 was a completely obvious move, just followed by queen a7. Okay, he cannot defend a7, so I just win it here. and the knight is defended by the bishop. Or bishop f4 was another possibility to then make so discover check with the knight. The problem is that I play knight e4, just giving a discover check, but this doesn't lead to anything because okay, I just take his king to relay, but now is when I realize about the queen takes situation because my plan with knight e4 was just make that. But okay, here I realize that he can take on c2. For that reason, after king e7, I stop pushing and I try to just to play something. I play knight e2, queen takes, rook a2, trying to deviate the queen from this diagonal. But okay, he can simply play queen d3 and I cannot play rook e3, rook e3, sorry, because the bishop is defending. So here it looks like black is simply winning. Okay, maybe I can try something with a4 followed by rook e3, but black is here just winning. But okay, what black made? Queen e2, taking my rook. Now I sacrifice a bishop and a rook. Um, and but now came the checkmate because queen takes a2 a horrible move because now the queen is not defending the long diagonal. Okay, you can think that then the queen can return to c2, but now you're going to see what is my idea. Queen h5, knight g5, and here queen e2 coming to c2 to defend again a7, and now it's my hidden idea knight e4, blockading the long diagonal, sacrificing the third piece. Now I sacrifice a rook, a bishop, and a knight just to make checkmate. Okay, he tried to raise something, taking here. Of course, you cannot take on f2 because now the queen defends the long diagonal. King f1. Okay, king f1 is still winning, but have no sense. It's more logical to hide the king in the corner where there are no checks. Now just white is winning. Let's see that I sacrifice a bishop, a knight, and now my rook and my knight is hanging, but it's all about the make checkmate on a7. So this clarifies how good was the sacrifice on a7 in good condition. In this my specific game doesn't work, but let's see that doesn't matter if I haven't no material, that only with the queen and with the knight was enough to make checkmate there. Okay, she plays rook d8 to create a hold on f7, on f8, sorry. And here the only difficult of my position is that I only had like I don't know 20 seconds or 15 seconds in the clock, maybe 15 seconds, I don't know, more or less 15 or less. And the game is without increment. I used to play with increment, but yesterday I was playing 5 plus 0 finish, so and here that's the only difficulty of my position, but I managed to checkmate my opponent so early. Here I cannot hold material because I haven't any time to one later. I just should make checkmate or checkmate. Okay, first, okay, here queen a7 have no sense. Logical first take the pawn, then reach this position with this pawn. Now check, and queen h8 have no sense because the knight defend here. So what's better? Take on e6, check, and just if king f7, I can repeat. Sorry, not repeat. Check with the other knight. Take on g7, another check, and just checkmate on f7. But okay, my opponent goes to e8, and now he's checkmating in one move with knight d6. Great segment with the good knights in the center of the board. It's always great to make checkmate only using tonight because okay, you are attacking with the queen, but the queen is not making nothing now. I only made the checkmate with the knight, so great final position. And okay, the game is not the best, but I only made one mistake, who is not made c4. No, two mistakes first. Sorry. The first mistake is not made c4, and the second mistake is not go back with the queen to e3. I'm going to show us the key moments. Okay, first, it's important to learn that here knight b2 was slightly better. Here, the correct plan was bishop. Okay, rook b1 was fine, but bishop b2 with the idea of just break on c4. But here, the correct sacrifice was first play c4, then black can take, and now make that sacrifice. And in this line, of course, here black can defend with queen c2, but here obviously move queen h3. Win the game. But okay, it was funny. I sacrificed many pieces to win the game, so it was fine. I hope that you like the game and you learn how to play against the Caro-Kann. I going to put as the other two videos that I play against the Caro-Kann because I think that are so useful to know the different lines and kill the Caro-Kann. Bye bye, motherfuckers.